Welcome to Muita-Saisi. How are you today? How have you been? This is a channel where we talk about business and we also look at it psychologically. Why? Because I'm a business consultant, an industry and organizational psychologist, and a monitoring and evaluation consultant. Why do I introduce myself this way? Sometimes we wonder why our businesses are doing the way they're doing, and maybe the only thing that you've not caught up it is the psychology of the consumer of your business. So that's why I bring you all the psychological bit of view, the business, how it's supposed to be going, and how we can be able to understand what our customers are thinking. And so today we are going to continue with the topic capital, and we'll be looking at how can we be able to raise capital, because sometimes it is very difficult for us to be able to raise capital. So one of the ways that I'm going to look at is number one, selling of infrastructure. Because you see, when we are here, we're looking at this capital, it needs to be raised, but we have something that is somewhere that it is no longer used. For instance, you've got like two cars, and one car is just for shopping, and the other car it's for going to business. So you can sell this car that is for going to shopping. That way, you'll be able to raise your capital very fast. Number two, you can also look at other infrastructures that are inside the organization. For instance, you might be having office furniture that you don't need at that time. Like when COVID came in, people understood that we could work from home and still give the same kind of quality that we were doing at the office. So what do you do with the desks that have been left at the office? You just sell them off. So that is number one way of raising capital. Number two, you remember when we were talking about capital, types of capital last time, we also said human resource. And also this human resource might be you wanting to learn, or you wanting to become better your into your business. So what do you do when it comes to this? You don't have money to go back to school, and you really need to understand this thing. There's so many courses that are on the internet that can make you become what you want to be. Just make Google your best friend and YouTube. You will learn so many things. Some of us want to have just some little bit knowledge about ICT. There's a lot of programming courses that are being offered for free. That is also a way of raising capital, because you remember we said that capital is not on it's not only monetary, it is also with the human resource. Number three, you might be wanting to buy some new furnitures, but according to where you were at that time, you look at them, they look the money is not there to buy the new furniture. So what do you do? Or the new infrastructure? You can easily refurbish. That is also a way of raising this capital. You just go, an any facelift. Like let's say it's the seats that are in the office. You can go to a place, the nearest furniture shop, and you can go ask them, what material can I buy to make my furniture look a bit new? So what will you do? You will just go get a very nice a person who can make for you that chair. And also you can go to the nearest market where they selling these materials, and you will refurbish your seats. If it is the tables, you can always do a DIY, that is do it yourself. So that is also a way of raising capital, because sometimes you are stuck somewhere, you're left with old furniture, you don't know what to do with it, you don't know whether to dispose it, you don't know what to do with it. Number two, also, by the way, even when you want to get some new furniture, you can also refurbish that furniture and sell it at a higher price, because now when you refurbish it, it will be looking as good as new. So you can just sell it off immediately after that, and you can get the kind of furniture that you also wanted. So there are so many ways that we can raise this capital, and today we're just talking about our three types of capital. and that is human resource. Your human resource, you can go into a school on Google where you're not paying even a single coin. Number two, for you to get monetary capital, you can sell infrastructure. You can also make sure that this infrastructure is refurbished and you can sell it off. And that way you will raise the amount of money that you needed for the business. Number three, we have infrastructure that wants to be facelifted. So what do you do with this infrastructure? You just come in, refurbish it, and make it look better, and that way you'll have raised your capital. Because sometimes you look at the amount of money that is needed, and you can also go look for that letter somewhere, and then you refurbish it. Number four, and I'll end there, is location. Sometimes we want to move into a better location, or the place where we are at, we cannot be able to sustain ourselves. So what do? You can either sell what you have, that way you have some more money, and you go look for somewhere else, and you make that place look better, and it will be a bit cheaper for you. Or maybe you want to move to an expensive place. So what do you do when you want to move to an expensive place? The same way, you go look for that money through maybe like selling some piece of land, or selling off the previous premise that you are having. Go look for that place, and this can be have you remember when we're talking raising about the money for capital, that way you can get some money that you had there, and also you get this other one here, you combine it, and you'll be having an expensive place that you wanted. Thank you very much. See you in my next video.